11:45. I'm I'm sitting here with Facebook Live also. Okay, that one's going too. Every time I go on the Facebook Live, I don't do it as often, and so I'm like, I can't figure it out. I can't remember. Also, my brain is exhausted for whatever reason today, and it wants to believe it's Monday. What does that tell you? Um, Okay, so I'm here, and this one's going too. So again, since some summer break, we're here on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. So yay! Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl, you're so fast. Hi, thanks for being here. Cheryl earlier said, "Can you go early? I'm bored." I would have, friend, if I could have, but then there was the time delay too because I couldn't figure out what am I doing again. So there's that. Uh, all right. Well, thanks for joining. Today is Friday, June. It's June, right? June 21st. Luncheon live at 11:45. Um, I wanted it to be a little bit more interactive today. We'll see how that works. Who has questions? Hey, Michelle. Hey, friend. Thanks for joining. I've been waiting, Cheryl says. Well, thank you. um, Thanks for being my friend. Okay, so I was thinking about today. There are so many reasons we come to the grief recovery method, right? We come to a class for big losses that we're aware of. So a lot of people don't even know what grief means. They think it means only the feelings you have, only the feelings you have because of death or divorce. Someone's died, and I just have an overwhelming set of feelings, or I've recently went through a divorce, and I've got all these feelings. But remember, grief is the normal and natural feelings you have that come up after any type of change from what you knew was familiar. So even if it's a divorce, the actual divorce is just the end, the relief is just the end. But you had a whole bunch of changes going into that. So, hey, Shelly, hey, friend, thanks for joining. Um, okay, so grief. We understand what grief is, right? And so the feelings you have because of a change from what's familiar. So you may not have ever experienced a death or a divorce, but you still might have this feeling that your life is not as happy or fulfilling as you want it to be. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. It's just I can't seem to find joy in there. And that can be caused by any kinds of losses. That can be caused because you just had a childhood that didn't quite go the way you thought it should have gone, or you had a young adulthood that didn't go quite the way, or maybe you moved a lot, maybe you changed schools a lot, maybe your best friend moved, and you just found that you couldn't really like attach to another friend. um, Maybe you've had a lot of job changes or income changes. Retirement is a huge income change, right? Suddenly more fixed. But maybe you just, going from high school, gosh, what's happening right now? Everyone's graduated, I think, by now. And so they're going from high school to college. High school is, we have to work hard at it, but it's pretty much guaranteed, right? Pretty much. I mean, you know what I mean. Um, but then, oh my goodness, I'm technically an adult after that. And I need to do what? I need to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. Let's be honest, I really didn't know what I wanted to do for the rest of my life until I got to the grief recovery method. I mean, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I knew I always wanted to do that. And that's wonderful and important and so valuable. But also, I knew there was something more as well. But I was content there until I gave my own grief recovery method class, and then I realized this is what I need to do. I need to share this with people. So anyway, we just have things that come at us that leave us feeling not quite as fulfilled or joyful as we might want to be. Okay, and those are grieving experience. They put us into conflict with our natural state of being. And if you're wondering what a natural state of being looks like, go around a nursery. They probably won't let you in though because of the pink card. So hospitals, you can't just go look at babies. That's weird. But watch kids, babies, toddlers in the park. They're always telling the truth about themselves. They're always telling their emotional truth. If they are happy, they laugh and they just have fun. And if they're sad, they cry. And it's time to go and they cry, but you tell them they're gonna have ice cream and ice cream, and they're just in every single moment naturally the way that they would be. They don't hold back emotion generally, babies and toddlers especially. They don't hold back emotion wondering what someone's going to think about them. They don't hold back emotion wondering, you know, am I going to get in trouble for this? Their curiosity presses them forward. Look at Michelle, you know, don't you? You know. But she is the one we should be learning from. And you see that. I love watching baby girls, she says. Michelle has a toddler. And yes, she's the one I love. My favorite story about this particular toddler, she was helping me do some gardening, flower planting the other day. And she just walked up with her cup of soil and just dumped it just right in my shirt, just right on in there. And the thing is, it's just what felt right to her. I don't really care. I gotta get a shower anyway. And I did take my clothes off in the tub so all the soil would not go on the floor, but it was just like right for her, and that's what she did. And that's beautiful and amazing. And so we kind of should be taking notes, right? Cheryl, correct me up. We kind of should be taking notes from these little people. So if you're wondering what your natural state of being is, look at the youngest children possible before society is really getting in there. Experiences, teaching, training, watching, seeing, doing, before we've really gotten in there and changed them from what's their natural state of being. Hey, Jones, we want to watch them because they're so truthful about where they are emotionally. So you have things that happen that pull you away from your natural state of being, right? And so those are called grieving experiences. They put you into conflict with your nature. And the thing is, the feelings, the sour feelings, the change from what's pulled you from your nature, it doesn't go away. And we like to think that it does, though. We like to think that, um, you know, well, that's old. That's not bothering me anymore. Oh, I've already forgiven. I've already moved on from that. Oh, I've already recovered from that. And I always ask, what does that mean for you? What does that look like? How did you achieve that? How did you get there? Because I'm genuinely curious. Why do people believe that they're suddenly different? When situations and experiences don't go quite the way you wish they would have, what do? You take note from it, and that becomes it becomes your list for what you're looking for in the future, or your list for what you're going to avoid in the future, right? Those lists you weren't born with. Those lists you're creating to create a safer experience next time through, I don't know, home buying, relationships, romantic relationships, friendship relationships. It doesn't matter. You're creating lists to try to create a safer experience. But what you're also doing is creating less and less space for your ability to experience joy. If I just line my heart with one more line, nope, I'm going to line it with one more. Nope, I learned that, so I'm going to line it with one more. And you're suddenly building all of these layers between you and what's actually happening in the world, because you need to now see it and navigate through all of these layers you've placed against your heart. So then society says, well, you've got to change your diet. It's what you're eating that's causing you to feel all of that stuff. Or society says, you know what? Of course, we do need to sleep, and I'm the one who needs to hear that message more than most. But you just need to sleep. You just need to sleep more. You need to pay attention to your sleep more, and that's going to fix that weird feeling you've got going on inside of there. Exercise. You know what? You need to change your exercise habits. You need to go for a walk. You probably need to maybe try meditating, or maybe you should go to yoga. Okay, so friends, how many of you have changed your diet, changed your sleep patterns, changed your exercise, but gosh dang it, those feelings keep bubbling up inside? You still have fear when you're going into a friendship. You still have fear when you're going into a romantic relationship. You have fear when you're going into a new job. You have fear when you're not even applying for a new job because you're too afraid. You have fear when you're about to ask for your, I don't know, raise that you deserve. You have fear. And so you start holding back because you don't want to press through the fear. I'm just going to tell you that that doesn't go away until we go and look at how did you learn to be fearful? We've got to go look at these situations and these experiences and recover from them. So, if you suddenly have a nasty week of eating or a nasty month of eating, oh, it's because I'm eating badly. That's why I'm not feeling good emotionally. That is only a small part of the truth. And you do know that. You know that deep down. So what I'm asking you is to consider if you're living a life that just you know that there's more joy to be had, but you can't quite hold on to it and you can't really feel it or find it, consider 8 sessions with me. And if 8 sessions, 90-minute sessions with me or any other specialist is too much for you, consider a 2-day method. 2 8-hour days or 8.5-hour days with me, and I will show you how to increase your ability to experience, receive, and live in joy. Start taking off some of the layers around your heart, and then you can fill it more with joy. That's how it works. That's what this is about. And the more joy you have, the more you can insert yourself with less fear into the current moments of your life that you're either avoiding or um, just not wanting to focus on. I'm going to tell you that loss and the feelings it causes does not go away. You just insulate in a little bit better, push it down a little bit better. Cheryl Truth. Yes, ma'am. Go for it. What kind of questions do we have about that? Do we have questions? Are we wondering? Are you curious? Is there a situation popping up for you that you're kind of wondering, is that a grieving experience? Could this be helped through your grief recovery method class? Remember that 2-day class, only like, I don't know, 8 or 10 people in the world are trained to be able to offer that. I have those dates coming up on my website. I have a July date, an August date, September, October, and November. I skipped December. I figured nobody's going to show up anyway. So if you want that method, you've got it available. They're posted on my website. I'd love to have you and help you, show you, teach you how to take off the layers so you can live a little bit more joyful, live a little bit more connected to the humans in your life. Who are the humans? Hi there. Thanks for joining. Who are the humans that you want a better connection with? Well, doing all kinds of mental and emotional gymnastics is not going to get you there. Well, I just need to go on more walks and get more endorphin highs, and I'll be better connected with the people around me. Friends, it doesn't work that way. We have got to get in and heal the wounds that you're carrying into these situations in the first place. All right, do we feel really clear on that? Does that seem to make sense? I see Cheryl over here on Instagram's Truth. If you have experience in this, I'd always love for you to chime in. If you've been through a class with me or anyone else, I'd love for you to chime in. If you have questions that you're just wondering about, send them out. This is your moment. You can put it here live, or you can put it on my website, or comment, or private message through Facebook, through Instagram, through email, through text. My phone number is on my website. I know that's insane, but it's important to me to be available to you because I love you guys. I don't want humans out there feeling disconnected, unworthy, rejected, not important, not valuable, not seen, not safe, not trusting. It's silly because there's something out there that can help you. I will help you. Any other specialist will do the same. Go to griefrecoverymethod.com if you don't want to work with me, and find a specialist that you feel connected with. Go put in the work. You're important, you're valuable, and guess what? So is your family. When you are more healthy emotionally, mentally, so are your connections, therefore so are the people around you, okay? So, completing relationships definitely lightens the load each time. Thank you, Jones. Yeah, each time, because we're going to complete one relationship at a time, and each time you do that, the load is lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter by using the action steps you teach. Thank you, Jones. Thank you. Jones WP. He is my husband, but he's also a specialist. He doesn't work with people like teach classes. He works like in the moment which is still valuable, right? Because we all have stuff going on in the moment. But yeah, so that's time for today. Lunch and Live at 11:45. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. How long can it take to dig to the bottom? Good question. It's going to be completely unique to each and every single human. Each and every single human, Cheryl. He doesn't work with people. He does and he doesn't. So how long does it take to dig to the bottom? That's a great question. Every single human has a totally unique experience in life. Every connection that they've ever had is totally unique and individual to them. And what's hiding and lying inside of each connection is totally unique and individual to each connection, to each relationship. So Cheryl, it's always going to be different, but no matter what, even with one recovery, one relationship recovered, you do feel lighter. You do feel like more joyful, more in your present moment. And what's the bottom anyway? I mean, what is the bottom? Even if you get all these layers that you're aware of from the past, you do still have life coming at you, the disappointments, the letdowns, the whatever coming at you, and always working on those. So knowing these tools is just helping you be more resilient going forward too. Helping your kids. Let's see. Oh, I can't see the comment once it goes up too far. Oh, I can. More room to connect with those around you in the present moment. Yep, more room. I need to make more room. Clean out that closet called your heart, or that trunk. We have a lot of junk in our trunk. I'm talking about your heart, not your butt. All right, Jerem is a process. For me, I have to continually go through the process as I go through my relationships. Yeah, Michelle, you are so right. You couldn't have said that any better. Thank you for sharing that too. And same with you, Jones and Cheryl. Thanks for sharing. You can't just, it's not one and done. It's not like I brushed my teeth this one time because they showed me how at the dentist and then I never need to do it again. It's not, I went to the gym this one time and then I never need to do it again, or I ate really well this one time and I never need to do it again. It's a continual process. You're so right on that. And me too. I just did grief work. I met with a specialist twice for my personal self this week. I think we met on like Monday, and I think we met yesterday again. And did personal work myself. I think I've completed 3 relationships this week. So yeah, it's not done, but it helps me stay in the moment and not carry a bunch of rocks and weight from old situations into current ones. It's not a one and done for me. You are so right, my dear friend. Absolutely. And sometimes that could be a little exhausting, to be honest. Like, seriously? I have to go to the gym for the rest of my life if I want to be healthy? Seriously? I got to do grief recovery work for the rest of my life if I want to feel better? Kind of, yeah, basically. We don't want things to build up again, so we do. We stay focused, and we just work hard to stay current, and we don't have to go so hard. One at a time, Cheryl. Bag keeps getting lighter. Yeah, Jones, thank you for that. See, helps in the moment. Um, from the left to the right or top to bottom. Yep, that's all true. Thank you, Jones. Can I put a comment in here? What does all this stuff mean? Let's push a button. What's that mean? Questions. Post a question sticker to your story and share responses live. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I think that means I could bring someone else in the video. I literally, what's that mean? Go live with. Oh, I could bring someone else in here. Hi, Melissa. So if anyone ever wants to be on one of these videos with me as like a testimonial or something, that would be so fun. That would be so cool. Okay, so now I know how to do that because I just pushed all the buttons. So thank you for your patience with that. What does that button mean? Oh, I can put a face on, and then it looks like I can post a picture. So now we know all the things. And since I'm doing this at home, I record them onto my computer and I'll post it to YouTube so you can look back later and what did Rachelle say? I have a question, but I need to remember what did she say. So I'll put it on YouTube. Video is paused. I'm sorry, Cheryl. That's probably because I was pushing buttons because I'm like a child and I just, what does that do? What is that about? I don't know unless I try it. So I apologize. It's still paused. But anyway, I'm well over time. So I love you guys. I will see you next time. You're valuable. You're important. You're worthy to me. And I would love to help you see that for yourself. All right, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.